You
Okay.
got it. All right. So we're talking today about using audio in the classroom, which I've had a little practice with in the other classes with Dr. Sponder using podcasting, but I don't think I've really utilized it with my kids. So I'm fourth grade, and sometimes when I see some of these technology things, I sometimes worry that my age students wouldn't be able to handle what they offer out there. So like some of this audio stuff is like for them to watch a lecture beforehand. Like I don't think that a fourth grader could probably really do that. If they were out sick, maybe something like that. But aren't you high school?
Yes.
So I'm thinking like high schoolers could handle something like that better than a fourth grader. But I don't know.
I think so. I agree that high school can handle audio activities better than younger students. In my classroom, I don't call it audio activities, I call them listening activities. So they
Okay.
just have to listen to whatever it is and follow the activity, whether
Okay.
it's a true or false activity or a story, and then after that, they have to answer questions.
So they have their own computers and you've recorded something for them, or it's something you're finding on a website or
Some stuff are from the website,
yeah.
or even listening activities coming from the book.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, yeah,
that
because you're Spanish.
because
So
we're
you
yes,
do a lot of that then, because they've got to listen and then tell you what they heard was said and respond
yes,
to it.
either.
Oh,
So we do
so
a
that works
lot of
really well for
listening.
you. Okay. I mean, the other thing that's big in getting some of these kids ready for Common Core testing is using multiple resources. So my kids have watched videos and have had to listen like 3 times, take notes, and then read 2 articles to then form an opinion on. Like it was like lunch at school versus lunch coming from home, that kind of debate happening. So we've done a little bit of that with listening, but I'm trying to think of what else. As far as like me making a lesson plan up and having them listen to it beforehand or afterwards, I haven't really done a lot of that.
Yeah, I haven't done anything like that either. It's just pretty much the listening activities that come with a book or a website that I have found. But with the screencast that we're learning now,
Right.
that's a good audio activity that for
Yes.
the students, either for you to explain the wiki
Yep.
activities, um, or whatever other activity they have to do, right?
Right. I definitely did that too in some of my lessons. I had first the explanation of how to use, and then, yeah, I showed them how to get through a whole website. So watching a smartboard activity, and then it links to a math live, and I showed them where I wanted them to go. So yeah, they would have to listen to all that. So that's true. I guess once I implement this project into my classroom, that'll be my first experience with that.
I believe that audio activities or these audio as a teaching strategy is pretty helpful. So you don't have to repeat yourself over and over again
That's
every
true.
single day. So once you record it, maybe you could post it somewhere where they could find it. For example, when I go to school, there's this website that the students can use, and every single day I have to remind them of the same thing. So, hey, it would be pretty cool if I could just create a screencast and post it on a website and
Yeah,
just find it so they don't have to ask me any questions or come up with any excuses. I couldn't find the link, I didn't remember.
that's right.
So,
And now that you're saying that, there's sometimes that a couple of the kids that are a little lower in, let's say math, for example, they'll go home with their homework, and I'll get oh my gosh, my mom didn't know how you were teaching that. They didn't know how to do that, blah, blah, blah. So you're right. I guess you know what, it's kind of like you have to get out of that comfort zone too, that now you're taking your teaching methods and what you're doing up there for the day to day and putting it out there for all the parents to see. You know what I mean? So I guess I got to get over the little nerves of that, but it would be helpful. And we wouldn't have to deal with like what you just said, the excuses.
oh yeah, I agree 100%. Not only for the students it's going to be out there, but you could put it on your website and the whole world could see your
That's what I
audio
mean.
activities
That's what I
and
mean.
know what you're teaching in the classroom.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a little nerve wracking, you
It
know?
is.
I think like In the younger generation, I don't think they're thinking anything of it. They do so many recordings of themselves and doing stuff that it's becoming like so natural for them. But I guess we have to, I'm one of the more older timers, so I got to get over that hump and just do it.
Oh no, I'm nervous too about it. I hate recording myself and then I have to make a mistake and go back and fix the mistake, and that takes time.
Yeah.
And we don't have a lot of time to go back and correct
No,
our
I know.
mistakes. So hopefully we didn't make that many mistakes on this screencast, so we don't have to edit them.
Yeah. But you're right about the time though. Like if in the end, if you can just have someone hit play again, you won't have to be dealing with reteaching, reteaching, reteaching. So I guess in the end it would probably help us.
Oh yeah, so even though it does take time to go back and correct your mistakes because of the audio, at the end of the day, you will save time
Yeah.
because you don't have to repeat yourself in class
Yeah.
over and over again.
Exactly. So yeah, I can see it being really helpful for your class though, for
Oh
Spanish
yes, me
speaking.
too. Mhm.
Yeah, that's great. 'Cause then you're not only dealing with them hearing the book, they can hear you. Like you can sit there and just talk to them on some of the, I'm sure you're doing that now for the wiki lessons, like for them to just be able to hear your conversational voice too. Is it different? Do you
Yes.
think it's different for them, like just the way you pronounce things and stuff than how the recordings for the book sound?
Oh yes, it's very, very different
Mm-hmm.
because from the book, it's probably going to be another person
Mm-hmm.
from Mexico with a different accent.
Yeah,
And then when they listen to me in class, it's with a
right.
Puerto Rican accent. So they're like, oh, can you just read it instead of the book?
Yeah.
Another thing that I forgot about that I do implement in my classroom is for the students to make an iMovie, and they have to add audio. So I get to listen to the students speak.
That's true. Yep, I've definitely done that too. Yes, absolutely. I know
And it's
sometimes we
awesome. I
forget
like
where
it.
we use it, but you're right.
Yes, I like it. I like that activity a lot
Me too.
because they really get creative. They know more about iMovie than I do.
Right, iMovie and the Garage Band and all of that. Yeah, they definitely have done audio that way. Absolutely. Well, that's good. Is there anything else we wanted to talk about with audio?
I don't think so. I think we cover pretty much everything that is very helpful, and it's gonna help us as teachers, and it's gonna be helpful for the students because they could look at the lesson
Mm-hmm.
over and over again
That's right.
without asking you questions or try to get a hold of you. If you're not in the classroom for office hours, they know where to get the information and see it
Right.
again.
Absolutely. I agree. All right, we just have to put ourselves out there. We have to YouTube ourselves or website ourselves more often.
Yes, we do.
All right, I will end this recording.